Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to this week's edition of LinkedIn Live. My name is Matt Lozar, Director of Recruitment Marketing at Haley Marketing. Let's turn the light on here. And excited for you to be here as we're going to talk about job slots and cost per click advertising, best ways for you to analyze that information and to make the best decisions to get the most ROI from your recruitment marketing budget. Couple of reminders here before we get started. Always check out haleymarketing.com, our top industry resource for staffing industry content. A lot of great content there with webinars, podcasts, blog posts, ebooks, everything you could ever want to have and help you with getting more resources for marketing for the staffing industry. Recruitmentmarketers.com, everything recruitment marketing, where we talk about the 4 pillars of recruitment marketing all the time: career sites, job advertising, social recruiting, and employer branding. And always check out Seekers of Staffing Success podcast. New episode dropping tomorrow, September 29th. Myself and Brad Biley be talking the latest things, content, digital, and recruitment marketing. Our co-CEOs, David Cerns and Victoria Kenwood, are at Staffing World this week, doing a lot of great interviews, which is going to bring so much awesome content to the podcast in the future. And if you are at Staffing World, make sure to check out the Haley Marketing booth, have a chance to win a huge cash prize. I think it's $25,000. And if you break the 6-digit code on the safe, you can win the prize. So stop by, give it a chance, and see if you can crack the safe. Today, we're going to be talking about job slots and cost per click advertising. Which one drives more ROI? And when we talk about job slots, we want to think of it as a parking lot analogy, a parking spot. Your company could have 20 spots, $1,000 a month, interchange those 20 jobs throughout the month. So on September 28th here, you could have 20 jobs. Tomorrow, if you want to swap in 5 new ones, take 5 down, post 5 into those jobs you took down, interchange them throughout the month. Staffing industry does a great job of getting a lot of ROI out of those job slots. And ZipRecruiter has been the most popular job slots model recently. CareerBuilder has them, Monster has them. Some of the niche job boards will also have them, usually on a much smaller capacity, like 2 or 3 for the month. But ZipRecruiter has started to raise prices on there, and that's led to a lot of questions where we get of what should my options be? Should it be job slots or should it be performance, which is also cost per click? And it's important to know what the job slot is and how to evaluate it. Cost per click, usually have a monthly budget, but there's no limit to a number of jobs you can post at once. So you could have a $1,000 budget and post 1 job. You could have a $1,000 budget and post 1,000 jobs. Depends on how you want that monthly budget, the monthly pie split. Want to set ourselves up for success here, but it's important to have a good strategy there with cost per click. Your budget get used every time someone clicks on one of your posts. Could also be on a cost per apply basis, but that's when your budget gets used. Let's jump into the pros and cons for both. Benefits of job slots, fixed monthly costs. Some people love that monthly budget of, I have $1,000 per month that are going to my budget on this job board. Really helpfully for you internal budgeting. You know your fixed cost. You can have fixed cost per click, but job slots is a very fixed cost. You know what it's going to be regardless of your results. Easy to assign internally. Let's say 20 job slots, 5 recruiters, each of them get 4 jobs per month. They can interchange them whenever they want. Their responsibility to keep jobs fresh, to post the jobs that need that extra sponsorship, that exposure throughout the month. Easy concept for people to understand, where if we have 20 slots, I know how many jobs we can post at once. I know how many each recruiter can have. Really easy concept to understand. Great ROI if you're getting a low CPA. For example, if you have those $1,000 budget for the 20 job slots and you had 500 applications for a month, that's $2 per application. Really good results. What's a little bit scary at times is you don't really think about evaluating it that way. You have to just do some quick math to understand how to evaluate. I think we've talked about it on the podcast before, may have done it on a previous LinkedIn Live, but look at your monthly spend. Look at how many applications you've had for the month and just do some simple math. Spend divided by applications will get you that low CPA. If companies are swapping jobs in and out throughout the month on a job slots model, we've seen some great ROI there. Important to know what your ROI is there to make sure you're getting a lot of the benefits. Downsides, hard to have flexibility, really difficult to increase your slots or budget or decrease for a short period of time. If holidays is a big hiring time for your company, your warehouse manufacturing, maybe you need to bump up by 50% of your slots just for Q4. Tough to do. A lot of times when you increase, it's a challenge to decrease that. Could be a month-to-month contract, but you might not have a really good rate if you increase it from 20 to 30 slots, but then want to go back down to 20. Your cost per slot could increase. Flexibility is a really big challenge. Difficult to calculate ROI. You're going to pay the same amount every month, regardless of results. Paying for presence, not for performance. I have that $1,000 spend, 20 job slots. If I get 1 application or 1,000 applications, my bill at the end of the month is $1,000. So it's important to understand it's not a pay for performance model. It's a pay for presence model, which is okay. At times that can work really well. Hard to automate, hard to make data-driven decisions where if a job is getting too many applications or if a job is not getting enough applications to adjust the budget on that respective jobs. Not easy to use that data to your advantage. It's very hard to automate. A lot of it is just you have your job slots, you have your presence, here's what you get for the month. Why CPC? Benefits. Easy to be flexible with the budget. Right now, I'm talking to a recruiter in Northeast Ohio. We're talking about increasing their budget for 25% for October, but maybe scale it back down for November and December. Same company, we scaled it back in July and August, I think by 50%, because he knows his audience isn't searching for a lot of jobs during July and August. So it's easy to bump it up and down and be flexible with your budget on a monthly basis. Heck, you could even do it on a weekly basis to where I got a lot of job orders. I want to put $500 extra onto this budget. Easy to do with the right system in place. A heck of a lot more data-driven decisions. Setting caps on jobs that need maybe 50 applications or 100 applications. Stopping the sponsorship on jobs that are getting a lot of clicks but no applications. Putting more budget on jobs in an automatic capacity. If after a few days it only has 2 applications, we want to increase the budget to that job. A lot of automation can happen here to make data-driven decisions. Maybe you want to have a priority budget and a high priority, low priority campaigns to where 2/3 of your budget goes to high priority, 1/3 goes to low priority. At the end of the month or 2 months or 3 months, you look at it and realize that's out of whack. That needs to be adjusted by 5%, 10%. Easy to make those data-driven decisions when it's cost per click. Why not cost per click? The downsides. It can be difficult to manage budgets without knowledge of the market. Literally got off a call in the last hour where we're looking at companies' budgets, and a lot of times they hear increase your budget, increase your budget. And I looked at some of their data and a lot of it was okay, but some of it felt like the budget was too high for the amount of jobs that they had. Their cost per click was very high, over $1, $2, $3 at times for a month in jobs that shouldn't be paying that much for cost per click. If you don't know how to manage that budget effectively, you can overpay on the cost per click, or on the flip side, you could not have enough budget for the jobs you want to sponsor. Really important to have knowledge of the market to manage your budgets. You need that knowledge to make the best data-driven decisions. To know for RN jobs, this is how much you should be spending per job. For light industrial warehouse jobs, this is how much you should be spending per job. Which job boards work the best? How should your structure of your campaigns be set up to meet your recruitment goals? That same phone call, they had a couple of jobs that had 500 applications in the past quarter, but they were okay with that because they want to drive as many applications as a low cost as possible. And if that opening the candidate applied for wasn't the right fit, they can shift them over to another one of their openings, because every staffing company, every company has a lot of jobs right now. Important to know what their recruitment goals are to have that knowledge to make the best data-driven decisions and avoid posting and praying. We don't want that. Oops, little typo on that slide there. Let's change it real quick. So we want to look into what's the best decision for your company. How do you evaluate CPC versus cost per click? And what we're going to do is look at a couple different ways that companies should analyze that. So what's the best decision for you? What's right for your company? Evaluate your cost per application. Starts right there. And to look at to see, okay, cost per click makes it easy. You're going to know what your cost per application is. With job slots, not going to be as intuitive, not going to be as straightforward. take some data from the last month, 3 months, 6 months, know how much you spend on a monthly basis, multiply that by 1, 3, 6, whatever your time frame is, look at the number of applications, divide your spend by number of applications, evaluate your cost per application, and use some resources, use some data out there, talk to your peers, talk to your recruitment marketing agency, understand if that cost per application is good. Because if it just comes back at $8.52 for an application, you need a reference point. You need to know if that's good, or look at your business model to say, is that the amount we want to pay for our application that leads us to a quality application, to a hire, to a placement, et cetera? If we're paying $8 an application and it takes us 5 applications to get even close to a quality one, you're really paying $40 an application. Know your CPA, figure out how it goes into your business model, to your bill rates, your gross margin, make the best decisions there. Are you using all of your job slots? If you have 20 job slots, do you use all of them? Or the last time you renegotiated with the job board, they had to increase you to a 50 slot plan, but you only use 40. Is that cost effective for you? You have some waste there with those 10 empty slots. Really understand and know if you're using all of your job slots, swapping jobs in and out all the time to keep them fresh. How much flexibility do you prefer? This can be a point in this column for job slots. Do you just want to have a $1,000 budget every month and know that's what you're paying every 30 days on the invoice to keep your costs consistent? Do you need flexibility to ramp up that budget 25%, to scale it back 25%, and understand that you have that flexibility on your side? Really important to know that. The last one that didn't make this slide is, do you have someone that can help automate it, understand all that data to help you make the best decisions? That's where Haley Marketing can help. If you have questions, reach out to the team, 888-696-2900. We're here to help all the time. Kathy Duffy on our recruitment marketing team will bring me data from companies on their job slots. And she'll say, Matt, let me know this data. Look at it, see if we can help, or see if cost per click performance is a better model for them than job slots. We look at the data. Sometimes it's a yes, they should switch. Sometimes it's a no, they should stay the same. And sometimes it's a, we're in the maybe. Let's talk about it and figure out what the best decision is for them. But we're always here to help. Make sure you check out Haley Marketing Team at Staffing World. Go to the booth. Try to win a lot of money. I hope you do. And if you do, because of what I told you, send me a little bit of that money. No, I'm just kidding. Good luck at Staffing World. If you're heading there, head back over to the Haley Marketing booth. Check out our safe to win $25,000. Crack the 6-digit code. And thank you for watching this week's edition of LinkedIn Live, either live or on demand. My name is Matt Lozar, Director of Recruitment Marketing at Haley Marketing. We're here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hope you can join us again in the future. Take care.